So in today's session, we're going to see how to use or when to use which techniques for meditation. So the first thing is when we are raising our energy, the extent of energy or vibrations we feel on our fingertips as we are raising the energy. That is really the first step in deciding what our state is. Now, there are days when we feel very strong vibrations both on the hands as well as at the top of the head, and it's very clear and obvious that the connection of our subtle instrument to the all-pervading power is very strong. So we don't need to do much in those situations. We just need to just close our eyes, quickly take our attention there, and then try and meditate. That's the optimal, ideal situation that we all want. However, that is not always the case. There are days when we feel that we have no vibrations at all, and this is different from the state of those of you who have not yet begun experiencing vibrations. That is different. That just means you have not developed your sensitivity as yet. But once you start getting your sensitivity, if on a given day you raise your energy and you're starting your meditation, you have no vibrations at all, it means that is the other end, which is you are basically your subtle system is clogged up and there are a lot of obstacles which need to be cleared out. So then in that session, in that case, what we try and do is we take our attention for the first few moments and try to take it to the seventh energy center and focus and see where the blockages might be. And we are going to do that now. Let's close our eyes, prepare ourselves for meditation, collectively take our attention to the crown of the head. Pause for a few moments. Try and feel the vibrations or even the obstacles or catches on our fingertips to see or gauge the state of our subtle energy system. The top three things that I can sense in today's session of this collective group is one, the left channel needs some work, the left heart and the left Vishuddhi, which is the sixth center, which is the fifth center in the region of the neck and shoulder. These are the three that need some kind of work and focus. So that's what we are going to do. For the left channel balancing, we are going to take our right hand away from our laps, make it face down towards the ground, palms facing downwards, by our side, by our right side, right hand by our side, palms facing down. If you're sitting on the ground, then your hands will touch the ground. Or if you're sitting on a chair, your palms and stretched out fingers will merely be facing the ground or parallel to it. And now inside us, let's say the affirmation. Please remove all negativity and obstacles in my left energy channel. Now, right hand back on our laps. We will work next on the left heart chakra or the energy center. So there are two ways for every center or channel to be cleared. One is to use the technique, and the other one is to try and work on the root cause of the problem. We will use both today. So let's take our right hand and move it in circles clockwise around the left heart center in a clockwise direction. This is the technique for clearing a particular center. Several times. And as we are doing this clearing, let's say inside ourselves, please make me the pure spirit. Please remove all fear and anxiety from within me. Hands back on our laps. The left channel seems to be clearing a little bit now, and the problems could well be because of those centers on the left that are caught up, that the left channel itself seems to be lacking in energy. Next, we will work on the fifth center. So let's take our hand between the neck and the shoulder on the left side. This is where the fifth energy center is. And here we say two or three affirmations. I am not guilty. Please remove all my negative emotions. Please take away the residual effects of my ego. And we can bring our right hand back on our laps now. With this clearing, let's once again take our attention to the crown of our head and try and sense the state of our subtle system. The left channel seems to be balanced and clear. There is a slight catch on the sixth center, but on the right side. So let's use some clearing for the sixth center, which is in the rear, in the level of the forehead. So we take our right hand, place it across the forehead, and say, please take away my ego and superego. We address these requests to our own individual Kundalini energy, the all powerful energy that can heal us. Please take away my ego and superego. Now take our right hand back on our laps. At this point, having cleared the pathways for the energy to flow through our subtle energy system, we will try and get into a consistent state of thoughtless awareness by placing our attention on the crown of the head and in the first few minutes, we will try to stabilize our attention, meaning we will prepare it to watch our thoughts and make sure that it is becoming the witness to everything and to our thoughts rather than getting dragged around by our thoughts or getting disturbed. It's important to do this step in the first few minutes of your meditation. This is somewhat similar to when you're driving on a freeway, you accelerate initially and try to get into some kind of a cruise mode. Something similar needs to happen to stabilize the attention, make it alert, and prepare it for meditation in that higher state of awareness. So let's try and do that. It is also clearing our attention. So we simply place our attention on the crown of the head and wait and watch in an alert state to see our thoughts gradually reducing. The simple phrase we want to use and tell ourselves is not this. So when a thought comes, and if a thought comes, we simply gently tell ourselves without getting disturbed, not this, or not this thought. Now, once our attention is stable and we are able to move past our thoughts as and when they come, we settle down into a deeper, more relaxed period of meditation, and we can try and use music as an aid to further stabilize our attention and go deeper. Let's now open our eyes and raise our energy. So I'm just going to spend the next couple of minutes leaving you with important information on where to go from here. So the meditation that we did today is very typical. It's the meditation that I personally do day in and day out, and couple of times a day. So the first goal really is to do meditation at least twice a day, and importantly, get in at least one foot soak in that twice a day meditation. So that's really the first goal. And then the second goal is to be able to feel this energy. So I know that I have been saying, feel the vibrations, feel the energy. It's important to develop that sensitivity and work towards it. It will happen. 100% of people who do our meditation ultimately do feel the energy in some form, in the form of a tingling on the fingers or some kind of a movement on the top of the head. So if you haven't yet gotten to that point, then you simply need to be patient and work with us, attend our sessions, ask any questions, or if you're just not feeling it in after several weeks of your meditation, regular meditation, which is probably unlikely, you can always write to us and ask for a special session. But that's really the goal. Unless you get your subtle awareness of the state of your subtle energy system, it's hard to progress beyond that. So typical time frame we have seen is about 6 or 8 weeks of regular consistent meditation. That's the outer limit. Most people get it in a couple of weeks if you're regular and if you're attending collective meditation sessions online. So that's really the second goal for you to achieve. And once you begin to have vibratory awareness, then it's about trying to work on each of your own individual energy centers and correct both the root cause and the behavior or the aspect behind that energy center, as well as try to keep it clear. So it's a gradual journey of improvement. Now, what we share here is about I would say 50% of the basics of this technique of meditation. Now, there are definitely more advanced stages, advanced sessions, advanced techniques available, starting with mantras. So, we do have elaborate mantras, we do have clearing workshops, and we have many other techniques and forms, and we have a number of people practicing this. So those are states, or those are, I would say, stages you want to get to eventually, beyond just the daily meditation, getting the benefits, getting the vibratory awareness, and an improvement of your own subtle energy system. Um, at some point, we have planned for those living in the US to have in-person workshops, building on what we take and cover through our online sessions. We will be sending out information about that specifically and specially to this group as well that has attended this early morning meditation. We don't do that with everyone. We only do it with people who are regular meditators, who are in a position to understand and absorb what we cover in our workshops. So that is something that I will write to you about. The other thing outside of the series of sessions is to be able to attend the sessions that the other instructors cover. So that's definitely an option you should keep. to try and attend those sessions. But we can also have specific special sessions based on request or just as a follow-up with this group. We will not have regular early morning meditation. That is something I hope by now you have seen the benefits and you will continue to do. But at other times, such as evenings or at a time that's convenient to most of you, we can schedule a session, a check-in session to see how you're doing and anything that you might need. So that's another option that we have. So those are the three options. A special follow-up session. Number two, of course, you can continue to attend the sessions that we have scheduled on our calendar. And number three, the in-person workshops where we take you into deeper levels and explain many more things and kind of make sure that you are uh, firmly into the state where you can get the maximum benefit out of the practice. So I'll leave you with that. Feel free to write to me anytime if you have any questions, and we should be able to help you. So hopefully, this whole series of sessions has been useful in establishing your meditation and taking you sort of to a new level, new higher level in your meditation as well as in your life. That was the real goal, to see some level of transformation, some level of strong difference. So thereafter, you then use meditation as a tool, as a permanent part of your lifestyle. With that, we come to the end of today's session. And as I said, if you have any questions, any doubts whatsoever, or if you need a specific follow-up session at a particular time, we will give you priority, people who have signed up for this program. We do get a number of such requests, people who say that some of the existing sessions and the timings don't work, but we will prioritize people who have been attending more regularly to help them progress, as opposed to people who give us generic requests for rescheduling sessions. So keep that in mind, do write to us, and I hope to see you in future sessions. Thank you.